The original way the prisoner. Healing on nation.
Well, Sound Train started like many sound systems start. Just the love of wanting to play reggae music, buying records, playing them in public places for other people. That's how we started, really. And then we just rolled on to wanting more exclusive selection. And the only really two ways to get an exclusive selection is buy it or make it. And we didn't have any money to buy it. So we tried to make it. Oh,
don't.
Only memories are actually yesterday. Everything before yesterday's been erased.
See now what he's saying, really.
Many good memories. Far too many to mention. I wouldn't really want to start quoting specific incidents and happenings.
I think Africa was a big memory, yeah.
That was a big memory. But suffice to say, to be travelling the world doing something you love, more or less at your own discretion is a wonderful way to spend that amount of time.
Oh God, it's been a while, I can't remember. About 16, 17 years now, right?
Yeah, it was about 2001, 2002, because Dubdadda's first appearances was on train a bit more sporadic, and then he got more regular with us.
And your best memories, Jono?
Like Neil said, there's just so many, and you know, even yesterday was a really good memory as well, being in Cork, and we was in Amsterdam on Thursday. I don't remember much about that. No, it's just so many, and every day's it's a different memory, you know what I mean? And the nice thing about it, I would say, is creating this massive family that we've got, you know what I mean, man like yourselves and people all over the world. That's the biggest memory, really.
Okay.
Sorry Gerry, but someone came to us last night after we'd finished playing in Cork, and it was a guy I didn't recognise, but he said, it's a strange coincidence, but everywhere I go on holiday, Zion Train are playing, which I thought that was an interesting coincidence. But then he said the most interesting thing. He said, every time I come to see Zion Train, I meet a crew of really nice people who I didn't meet before, and we remain friends. And that in itself is a wonderful thing to be facilitating. If anything we do is making that happen, what a wonderful thing, what a gift, no? Every transport nightmare you care to mention, we've done it at least twice. You know, naked with foreign police, done all of that. You know, there are a lot of pressures involved in travelling on deadlines over large distances very regularly. But you know, you have to take the rough with the smooth, because, like I say, the gifts we get in our work are many. So a few tricky days, you know, in an airport for 24 hours, or the rest of it is small feed, really.
Oh, there's so many, too many to mention, really. No, it's the same thing, like, you know, being stuck in airports, missing planes, you know, or travelling 10 hours to get to a gig, and the gig's absolutely pants when you get there, you know what I mean? That can be hard, but that's part of the work as well, so. So many to mention. I mean, this might sound a bit weird, but I've just been really into Burt Bacharach lately, listening to all the production and, you know, all them kind of values. Anything from that era as well, whether reggae music or soul or, you know, so there's so many. But I'm really into that old school production, you know, Quincy Jones, Burt Bacharach, people like that. Because as an engineer, I find it really amazing how they would get that sound as well. So.
Yeah. And Neil?
Dubdadda, undoubtedly Dubdadda. Alongside Dubdadda, really the influences changed daily. I couldn't name a biggest musical influence because, you know, they literally changed daily. There was a Colombian band who we played with in Amsterdam 2 nights ago, They were a great influence. I doubt I'll ever see them play again, but just their particular energy in that moment was very, very good. And as Jono was saying, you know, we heard on the radio today Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones production. That was fantastic. Must be 30 years old as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, those things change all the time. And actually, it's nice when things influence you and surprise you a little bit to influence you. It's just music. It's a great inspiration.
I remember
Shaka was a big influence, but particular in the sort of wanting to be part of the reggae sound system world. But and remains a great influence and a great inspirer of many people. But I think as I've got older, I see that actually the sound system world is quite intrinsic and quite closed in on itself. Not to say any particular people are. And the great inspiration in music is its openness and its huge spectrum that it allows, from listening to birds singing to listening to Shaka play sound system to being surprised by something exotic you've never heard before. The beauty of music is it can transmit and share energies outside of closed situations like the sound system world, and that's the biggest inspiration really. You can stand with a stranger you have no other connection with. You both hear the same piece of music and you receive and feel and transmit the same sentiment. That's sort of magic, that's the inspiration. Well, it's always nice when people who you consider to be great at what they do step in and enjoy working with you, alongside you, you know, bring their energy to what we do. That's always good, because you stand and admire them as a member of the public, and then you do something with them. That's just great, whether it be a famous singer or a random thing. We did a thing once in the Basque country where there was a traditional Basque xylophone, which is a very particular instrument because it's played in a duet. There's two players and they play like call and answer style across the instrument, and we'd never seen it before. It's quite incredible instrument, and they jammed with us like 1 hour after we'd met them, and that's, for example, a great experience, because you're seeing something you've never seen before. You're seeing a deep slice of a local culture, a local very proud and you know, well developed culture, and then you're sort of doing what you do as a musician alongside all of that, and getting something very personal from it as well. In moments like that are very magical.
Okay.
You know, the nice thing about being in this world, you always have the dreams of working with people that you love and admire. And then you get to know them as mates, and you realise how wacky some of them really are, whereas you see them as artists, and then you get to know them as real people. So there's quite a few I could mention, but I don't really want to get them in trouble. You know?
Okay.
Japan is a wonderful place to visit. South America is really another place to visit that was really incredible for me. Just because we play in Europe so much, and when we go farther afield, and you know, it's all new, and you don't know what's around the corner. Russia was a real eye-opener, to go to Moscow and St. Petersburg, you know, so loads of really brilliant memories. I mean, it all mashes into one over the years.
Of course.
I'm coming to Ireland, of course, you know what I mean? Like,
but of course.
Home from home.
And Neil, different countries, best memories?
Ireland, of course, it would be rude to not, and I might get expelled from the country. But there's a certain magic to going anywhere, especially with the reception that we tend to get, given that we've got friendly people helping us out, showing us things, informing us on local situations from the moment we want it, for as much as we want it to happen, more or less, and that's a real gift. You know, sometimes as well, the closer to home is exciting in a different way to the exotic as well. So I like to go and play in, you know, near where I was raised. I like to go and play in Liverpool, for example, because that has a sort of different appeal, as well as Japan, Australia, the rest of it being wonderful. exciting places to visit and be shown around. It's just it's a gift to have that as part of your day to day.
And you
Longevity.
Jono?
Yeah, likewise. Just think I'm still here after all these years.
And biggest disappointment?
Not getting paid on. It's a joke. No, I don't think there is. I mean, there's ups and downs, but when looking back, you know, after all these years, it's just been incredible. I still pinch myself now. You know.
Good man.
Well, you know, there's a lot of when you step inside the world of music as a professional or relative professional, some of the magic disappears, and I don't mean from the actual music itself, because that's untouched by personality and by business, but actually in the way certain characters conduct themselves.
Yeah.
When you're on the outside looking in, and you attach the magic of a music that someone's been involved in or someone's made with that personality, then maybe you're being a bit unfair, because you put so many hopes and aspirations into an individual, you don't know that individual. So a lot of my people I was a fan of before I got into music, when I met them personally, I found them personally disappointing. Doesn't mean I'm not still inspired by their music. And I wouldn't hold them to blame for that. We're all human, and music is beyond us all in certain ways. So it's nice in a way to realise the magic resides with the music and not with the people. But that was a big disappointment for me.
Okay.
More longevity. No, to be happy and satisfied with what I do and the reasons I choose to do it, whether it remains being music or anything else.
Good for you.
Just to keep making music and making friends, and being a part of the family, and that's, so every day's a bonus, really. And as you get older, you realise, don't you? And if you've got the help to do it, and we're still doing it now, it's great, man.
Thanks for the interview, guys, and best of luck to Zion Train for the next 30 years.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gerry.